Hi everybody. I want to make a relatively short and quick video. I was talking with some friends last night, and I figured, I'd make a video. Gave me an idea to make a couple more videos. I've got some new guns to the channel coming. I'm just waiting on my background check to come through, which is absolutely not going to be a problem. I'll just get right into it. Topic of the video is 22LR. And everybody that's been watching videos on what's going around, you can kind of see where this is going. You can still pick up a good brick of 22 for like 40 bucks. It's like a Remington pack. Sorry. I'm not feeling the greatest. I've got a slight cough, and I chose to stay the fuck home from work. Not necessarily running a fever, but I just much rather play it safe, I don't want to give this shit to anybody else. But first rifle that I want to show, this is a relatively cheap gun. This is unloaded. This is a Marlin older model. It's an older model, Marlin Model 60, with the 20-inch barrel. You load it here at the bottom. This holds 17 22 LR rounds. Okay, this thing is pretty cool because I paid 150 bucks for it. I put this sling on there, and this little sumbitch is a tack driver. This has a micro groove barrel. Marlin came out with that, and it is phenomenal for stabilizing 22 LR bullets. It actually helps with velocity too. There's less drag. There's less rough edge on the metal. And that's actually a proven fact. I mean, when you just think about it, you get more of a gouge in a steel, it's going to create more of a drag. But the one drawback to this gun is the fact, well, it's a couple of things that are a drawback to this firearm. Two of them are: one, it's a tube fed gun. Three, they don't really make them like this anymore. They make them in all different kinds. They make the stainless steel, the carbon steel, they make wood, they make plastic, but they cut 2 inches off the barrel. They only make 16-inch barrels now for the Marlin Model 60s. But these are still made, and they are relatively cheap. 180 bucks, you can pick one up. And if you do have a problem with it, they're easy to fix, and they're very easy to take apart. And they are very easy to clean. I mean, it's very straightforward. The only downside to this is I like guns that I can shoot multiple different calibers through. And that's kind of where I'm going with this video. I'm going to set this one down. I'm going to grab a different gun. Okay, this gun is pretty rare. Not a lot of people even know about it, and even fewer people have seen it. They've seen something similar to it, but this right here is a single shot bolt action gun. This was my great grandpa's first gun. Okay, this is a single shot 22. It is unloaded. This right here is a Winchester, what is it, Model 60A. Okay, there's like only 1,500 of these rifles ever made. This is not a youth gun, and it does look like that. It looks like the little cricket rifle, but it is not a cricket rifle because it has a 30-inch barrel on it. which is really freaking cool. With this thing, I can shoot just about almost all the 22 calibers out there out of this gun, except for the little quote-unquote snake shot. It says it right here on the side of the barrel. I can shoot 22 short, long, or long rifle. The throat on this, where the chamber is, throat, chamber, kind of the same thing. That is fairly elongated, and it's coned before it gets to the rifling, which is kind of cool. So anything that'll basically fit in its 22 caliber will work, so long as it's not like a 22 Magnum. That wouldn't fit, so it wouldn't work. But this gun, I don't shoot it that much. It's pretty freaking rare, and I was lucky enough to be able to buy parts for it. They were not cheap. Just the internal piece right here was almost $300. And when I got this gun given to me back when I was in high school, it did not work. It did not have a bolt. Did not have a bolt assembly. And it's pretty hard to find parts for this gun. I'm pretty sure that there are more working functional Model Ts and Model As combined than this gun. I know that some of these types of guns were manufactured and sent overseas to Great Britain, England, stuff like that. Other than that, give you an idea how old this is. The Winchester trademark, or it says patent pending. Patent pending on this gun, if that tells you how old this is. It's made in the early 1920s. And yes, my great grandpa used this to put food on the table for 8 kids. 8 kids. If this gun could talk, I'd want to hear its stories. But another thing about this gun right here, if I were to take shorts and shoot them through here, this gun is incredibly quiet. Incredibly quiet. Incredibly quiet. But I'm not, telling anybody to, break the law or anything. But if you just so happen to drink one of these bigger bottles of Pepsi, and you drop your gun and it magically falls on the end of that cap, and all of a sudden tape appears on it, and you tape the bottle. I'm not speaking from experience. I've watched a couple people do it on YouTube, and it legitimately works. Actually legitimately works better than a suppressor or moderator or whatever the hell you want to call them. It all the same thing. The only difference is you only get one blast chamber. It works pretty well. I personally have not done it, but if it's taped, it won't shred, it won't explode the bottle, safer. And getting back to this, I personally have not done this. I have seen it done. That's how I know it works, but I haven't done it. So let's clear the air on that. I'm gonna move on. This gun is it's a Marlin. This is this is a 50 model 56-22. This right here is my favorite go-to gun for if I gotta go out and go do some squirrel hunting, or go over to back when I was a kid, my grandpa would give me This holds 7.22s. It's a magazine fed gun. Okay, we had a really bad muskrat problem growing up in the pond, and I mean they'd be everywhere. They start boring holes into the into part of the dam, and we had a bad leak one year, and it had to go. I mean, they had to go, and my grandpa gave me this Marlin model Marlin model 56-22. These are pretty hard to get, pretty hard to find, but this thing is stupid accurate, and I mean, if I can see it, I can hit it with this. It's one of those things that it's just freaking awesome. Downside to this is a 22 LR only gun. Other than that, 22 for this. I can shoot everything from a squirrel to I haven't seen it done personally, but I know people that I know and trust that have told me that you can drop a freaking deer with a 22. I haven't seen it done. I don't know if it's true, but I do know that during the Great Depression, people were using 22s on everything under the fucking sun. Same thing with shotguns. People were taking fucking deer with fucking 22s back then. It worked for them then. You know, we got modern powder, modern casings, modern steel. I don't see why it wouldn't work, you know. But this gun is lever action, which is pretty cool. It's a short throw design, so I only have to move this handle that far. That far. That's all I have to move it. And now I want to move on to my wild card. I've got one gun that I take with me out coyote hunting. And yes, it is a rimfire gun. It is a magazine fed gun. This holds 10 rounds. It's a 10 round magazine. I do have a 5 for this gun. The scope on here is a 6/24 with the objective lens being 50 millimeters. This is a pretty stout scope for this gun. The scope is far more capable of long distance than this gun at Wiz. I've taken shots all the way out to 150, 175 yards with this gun. That's my comfortable range. Oh shit, and it looks like I'm about ready to be out of time. So I might make a part 2 to this, but this has been my survival guns that I'm recommending.